Got your back against the wall, no you know you never had a chance. Should've known better, now you better make other plans. There's no going back, gotta let you know in advance. This is Yam Squad, it's the TeamAvalanche. This is Yam Squad, it's the TeamAvalanche. This is Yam Squad, it's the TeamAvalanche. There's no going back, gotta let you know in advance. This is Yam Squad, it's the TeamAvalanche.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Joe Grizz from the TeamAvalanche Worldwide YouTube Super, and I am here with my boy, the King of Kings of 2014/15, Tito Santiago, captain of Team Ice Cream, Swaganomics, Hollywood. He gets this title because he is the official winner of the 2014 Championship King of Kings of Kings Games tournament. And how did he win? Everybody, what did he win with? Shaddoll artifacts, even though Moral Text had won. This is mind-blowing. Explain to me why you played it and how the hell you made this happen.
It's so difficult because like people just criticize and like say all this negative stuff about the deck, but I was a real believer in the artifact variant being the strongest variant of Shaddoll's. Back when, you know, it was back before Denko dolls, but like I just kept at it, made a good build, and you know started slowly winning little tournaments here and there, and then when the balance came out, everybody was like, oh, your deck is gonna suck and this and this and that, and how the one moral tech wasn't gonna make the deck good, but I mean I basically just like took what I already had and just changed a couple cards from it. Well, mostly just the cards that I couldn't play, and it actually turned out to be a lot better against certain matchups. I mean, given that the hardest matchup for Shaddoll's is Quillov's, but
Cliffords.
well, Cliffords, Quillov's, same difference. The machines.
People complain, that's why.
But like I just feel like, you know, if you make a deck a certain way to beat a certain deck, to beat your worst matchup, that you'll be okay. So I built a deck to beat the matchup, and everything else was just simple as pie. At the event, I played against 3 Statellers, Satellar Knights. I played against 2 Burning Abyss, 1 Quilloff, Shaddoll mirror match. Well, he was playing Denko dolls, Chaos Shaddolls, and I forgot the last matchup I had. But in top 8, I played against Mermels. Shout outs to James Guerrero. Top 4, I played against David Jimenez from Mel's. Shout outs, you know, to Truly Urban for having 3 members from Truly Urban in the top 4.
You played David?
I played David in top 4.
Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford's.
Tavares.
Yes.
Shit, Jimenez. That's just Lewis.
Oh, my bad.
Wrong Swerve members.
Yes. They both play the same deck.
Yeah.
They're both on the same team. My apologies. But yes, they're the same person. They are one. But and then I played against Stefan, playing Burning Abyss in the finals.
Sorry, Stefan. You couldn't win your own locals.
He's gonna disagree and say that he did win because of, you know, yada yada yada, that what happened. But at the end of the day, I pulled out the W, and
you put his life points to 0, so that's all that mattered.
And I won the match. So
yeah.
I guess we'll get into the profile. It's a pretty standard Shaddoll deck. Nothing really much changed from the one that I put on this channel previously. It's just a few cards that are pretty much changed.
With 1 Moral Tech.
Oh yeah, I mean of course with 1 Moral Tech. But it's my favorite Shaddoll monster in the deck, Shaddoll Hedgehog. I was an E-Hero player before this, so it's like Stratos being my favorite card ever. Shaddoll Hedgehog is basically the Stratos of the deck. It searches the Shaddoll monsters, it searches the Shaddoll fusions, and it will, from then till now, be my favorite Shaddoll monster. Then there's the Shaddoll Falcos. All of my Shaddoll monsters are at 2s. The 2 Shaddoll Beasts, the 2 Shaddoll Dragons, and the 2 Shaddoll Squamatas. I opted to only play 2 of those because in this build I didn't feel like there was any one of them, besides the fact that I have the infinite love for Hedgehog. I don't think there was any one of them that I wanted to have more than 2 of. Given the up-and-coming format with the new cards that are going to be coming out for certain decks, I might opt to play more of them, especially with the new fusion support, the equip card. I'm probably going to need more Shaddolls in my deck. But For now, I just opted to play 2s of everything. And then apparently this is my quote-unquote soul card, because every single game I played I opened with it. 3 Mathematicians. It has to be the best card in the deck. It just gets you to your engine, and it gives you really, really strong plays. And then we'll get to the artifact engine. Of course, the 1 moral tech, because I'm only allowed 1 moral tech. I have the 2 artifact scythes. They basically didn't replace the moral tech, but it replaced it as far as the artifact body that I needed. And in hindsight, actually, Morotech is actually doing a better job than, the Scythe is actually doing a better job than the Morotech did. Because it's preventing my Burning Abyss play matchup from going into their deck, which is the extra deck, the Dantes, the Virgils. It prevents all that from coming out. It prevents the mirror match from making any fusions on top of my fusions that I have on board. So like if I just Shaddoll fusion, I can actually just leave it on the board if I have the Sanctum or the Ignition from the Scythe. I can just open up with it, and then they can't fusion me back for free. And it's actually not that bad against Quillovs, because if I can establish, board to the point where their board no longer exists, summoning this on their turn means that they can't abuse the pendulum mechanic against me, because they can't just bring any. They would have to pendulum from the hand, and more times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, the monsters are going to be coming out from the extra deck rather than their hand. And if they do come out from the hand, they still can't kill the 22 body on the Scythe. And then the 2 Beagle Techs that are just the greatest card to have with Ignition. Then you have the 1 BLS, Big Papi, and Felice, the Lights 1 Archer. She is amazing against the Quilloff matchup with Mathematician, because they commit all their cards to the board, and if they can't stop the Black Rose Dragon from happening, they get 1 card off sacrifice. And if I can have an answer to that 1 card sacrifice, the game is pretty much over. Everything is about just simplifying game states, and once you get a simplified game states against Quillovs, they really can't do anything. The spell cards are as follow: the 3 Shaddoll fusions, the 3 El Shaddoll fusions, triple artifact ignition. It is an artifact deck, so I opted to play 3 instead of the 2, because I just need those MST card effects against Quillovs. I just need to be able to pop their pendulums, and I need to be able to pop their scouts. And it's also the best card to have with Beagle Tech. And then I played double MST, more cards to get rid of back rows, like Vanity's Emptiness, Skill Drain, that all these decks play. The Call of the Haunted against the Tutela players. Opposing main deck Shadow Mirrors that people want to get, creative with. Like, there's just a whole bunch of things that people just come into the tournament playing that are like continuous spelling traps that this just answers to. I still think it's terrible, but it's needed. It's a necessary evil to be able to play better. You have the 1 Foolish Burial, which in my opinion needs to be banned, because this card promotes too much plusage off of a spell card. Like in Shaddolls, this can possibly make you go +1 off of a Foolish Burial for a beast into like a set Falco. This in Burning Abyss sets up a monster on board with Graph, or a monster from the graveyard with Sir. Like it's gonna do too much, and I feel like that if it doesn't get banned now, it's never gonna get banned. The 1 Soul Charge, it's won me too many games to not play, and it's just great. Like being able to bring back constructs to reactivate their effects, being able to bring back dead windows to stop my opponent from making plays, being able to synchro into Michael is like one of my favorite plays off of the Soul Charge, and it's just too powerful to not play. The Savage Regeki that everyone seems to hate, and the even more Savage Snatch and Steal that everyone seems to hate. You have the Allure Darkness that I hate, but I have to play it because I need to draw cards. And that's it for the spell lineup. The trap lineup is the simplest thing in the world. It's Trip Shivers to Shadow Games, which I don't understand why people are starting to not play. It just boggles my mind.
Because Denka.
I mean, it doesn't matter. This is the best card in the deck.
They're just playing as that row general.
If you're not playing it because of Denka, that's just a bad excuse, because like you could just flip this to generate a +1 or pop a back row and then just summon the Denka. It's the same exact thing. Like, to not play this is just it's just insane to me because like it's since release it's just been the best card in the deck. Like it's literally whatever you want it to be. Like it could be a fusion to your hand, it could be a draw card, it could be a pop a back row. It could literally equal any Shaddoll effect, and you're just insane to not play this. The best combo in the deck is Sinister Shadow Games insert Shaddoll monster here, whether it be Falco or Hedgehog or anything. So like all those people that opted to not play Sinister Shadow Games in their builds, they're just out of their minds. I don't even know what to say. And then it's the Trip Artifact Sanctum. It's with the Moral Tech gone, it's not the greatest, but as I said, Scythe has proved its worth, and it's actually pretty good against the matchups. We're gonna have to see how it does against like new and improved Satellar's, new and improved Burning Abyss, and when Necklace come out, and even the Heroes when they finally release. But that's all in due time. And then 2 Shaddoll cores, because looping the Shaddoll cores is a really good play in my opinion, with the free Shaddoll fusions and stuff. But that's the main deck. We'll get into the extra deck. It's 3 Constructs, 2 Windows, 1 Shikanaga.
Really quick, lower that down. Lower the speaker down.
The Michael. He doesn't even know what to do right now. The 1 Michael, my favorite synchro.
The speaker. Lower it down. That song.
And then
it's very popular. You know that, right?
Yeah, I understand. No flags now. The 1 Black Rose Dragon, Arcanite Magician.
Okay.
Armades, Leo, Artifact Durandal. This card is just ridiculous. Like, I would opt not to play artifacts and to change up the deck if the extra deck wasn't like good. Cause like I feel like some rank 4s are a bit better for the format now. Like I don't play Exercise Knight and I don't play any of these other rank 4s. But like I just feel like for the deck, cards like Durandal and cards like Pleiades are really, really good to summon this format, and you can only do that with artifacts. Of course the Pleiades, and then the Volcasaurus, and then the 1 Castell, because you have to have an answer with level 4s, because in any scenario, if there's like a Soul Charge play, and you have like Dragon Squamata and Graveyard and nothing else to do after that, having the 1, I'd rather have the Castell over the Exercise Knight, because most of the time, if I'm Soul Charging, I'm probably going to end up being more plus than anything, because I'm going to want to Soul Charge for like 1,000 cards. And it's just like Sylvan's. It's like you activate the Soul Charge, and if it's a Soul Charge for more than 4, you establish a strong board presence, and your opponent pretty much can't do anything after that. Because it's mostly probably going to consist of like making, bringing back a Construct and a Window, or bringing back like a Construct and a Shikanaga, and like then after that making like Michael, or making a Pleiades off of the artifacts, or even a Durandal. And it's like it's just Soul Charge is just savage. I usually don't give off the side decks, but I feel like it's people are gonna need to know exactly how I won, because I mostly won my game 2s and game 3s more than anything. Like I gave up a lot of game 1s to the BA matchup, and I gave up a lot of game 1s to Satellar Knights, but the side deck really, really helped. It's 2 Flying Seas, Trip Breakthrough Skill. I use this against the Burning Abyss matchup because I like to side in the Vanity's Fiends and the Majesty Fiends, and then against the Satellar matchups to like stop their effects and whatnot. And then these also go in against the Burning Abyss and the Satellar Knight matchup, because just them not being able to exceed, even though I have Scythe for that, but some added measures are always good. The 3rd MST in the side for the Quill-Off matchup. The 3 Fairy Winds also for the Quill-Off matchup. The Mind Control for the Mirror match. The 2 Defusions also for the Mirror match. And Trip Vanity's Emptiness. People are like, why not main deck them? But it's like the deck, like if I flip a Vanity's Emptiness in the main deck after you like against Quill-Offs is not great. It's probably the worst card in the world to have against Quill-Offs. Against Burning Abyss, it's not the best, because if they establish a Dante and like I have Emptiness and I don't have any play, like it takes away from the main deck, from me being able to make plays with the main deck. But it is a card that I do side deck against the Burning Abyss matchups when I go first to establish board presence, and then just shut them out with the Emptiness. And it is a card I like to side deck against the Mirror match. Because against the mirror match, if you leave a Shaddoll monster on board from the extra deck and they have the fusion, it's just free. But with this, it makes sure that it's not that free. Just main decking it, I don't think it's that great. And that's just my take on the deck. I mean, I've been playing it for the entire month of December. My win record is insane. Insane. But it's like, why change something that works? Like, it's literally like, this is literally the only
Discard.
There's two, like
This card.
we lost the Super Poly. My deck lost the Super Poly and 2 Moral Techs, and this is what I changed it for.
And it's that simple.
This is literally that simple. Like, the deck did not change. It was the same 44 card recipe.
Except
yes,
this
I said 44 card
is
recipe.
more of a stolen card.
It lets me play a little bit more control. Yes, it does.
And this is just
That's just savagery.
this wins games.
I beat David in top 4 with this because he summoned a monster. He only had 1 monster to play. He summoned a monster and activated Sacrifice, and like I ate through all his back rows, established a construct on board, and then just this was after he like MST'd my ignitions. Like he Night Beamed Ignition, summoned the monster, activated the Sacrifice, and passed. Like, there was no scout. So like, once that happened, it was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna like eat through his back row with the rest of my cards, and then just take his monster. For 2 turns, he can't attack my monsters, and I'm just gonna proceed to savage him with his monsters. And like, people are saying that with Super Polygon, it's gonna be hard for Koloffs to win. I mean, for Shaddolls to win. Nope, because I'm just gonna try to savage you now by taking your monster. And they were like, oh, with the Moral Tech's gone, how are you gonna be able to pop stuff? I don't need to pop them. I just stop you from making your cards. And then just once I play this card against Burning Abyss and against the mirror match, they just end their turn. You can't kill this.
And Telenites.
And especially against Telenites. If I summon this against Telenites, they just end their turn. It's like having a window. It's the exact same thing as having a window. Nobody's
the equivalent of window.
Like, it's I think only against the Chaos matchup this wouldn't be that effective, because against the Chaos matchup they'll just summon like Blacklist Soldier and stuff like that. But it's also effective because they can't Shaddoll Fusion. They can't Shaddoll Fusion, and some people won't see it coming. They're gonna see me flip up a Sanctum, and they're gonna be like, oh, you have a Beagle Tech play, or oh, you're gonna summon the 1 Moral Tech to pop my card. Sure, that's fine. And then this drops to the board, and it's like, oh, well, I have to end my turn because I can't kill it because it's 22. The deck is not dead. Like, it took me a minute to realize this, because at one point I was like, oh, well, Artifacts is dead. But then I was like, wait, the deck doesn't change. It's just I replace 2 artifacts with 2 artifacts. I replace Super Poly with Snatch and Steal.
And proceed to continue winning.
And proceed to keep doing the same shit I was doing before. And that's exactly what I've been doing. The same
and 22
shit.
is bigger than 21, so.
Yeah, 22 is bigger than 21. I mean, and it's like, when you had the 3 Moral Techs, you drew them all the time because there was 3 of them.
So it becomes the same play.
Now that it's 1, like, if you draw it, yes, it is horrible. But if you don't, you just have to be careful how you use it. That's it.
The good thing about it, I would say, is because, like in say Telenites, when it activates, it's continuous. It's not an activation. So it's not like this activates and you're going to Nova it. No, it's this activates and do something. Fight me. You can't do anything. You know, that's a benefit to being more controlling.
Do anything. Well, yeah, it literally controls.
So it went from aggression to control.
I mean, it's not necessarily fully controlled because it's still aggressive as hell.
Yeah.
But like, it's to the point where it's early control, where it's like, okay, the duel started. I set this. Oh, you're trying to like Trevere me? Nope. Next turn. All right, cool. Now I get to activate this, and if you finally get to like put a Exceed on board, all right, that's fine. Now I have the Shaddoll Fusion for free, because I already set it up. But it's like, Pete, like I've made a couple believers, like
when they got Iron Man.
Yeah, of course you have to have
the Kings.
It's like I've made a couple believers in the deck, and like a lot of people have liked it, but it's just sad when people are just like straight downright just don't think the deck is good. But I mean, now they kind of, I mean, people are still gonna think the deck is not good, but with the wins and whatnot, they kind of have to like at least have a little bit of faith in it.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like I definitely have a lot of people believing in it now more than ever, and hopefully people that see this video will believe in it too. But none of this would be possible without a certain someone that decided to support my future endeavors. Young Prince Shaddoll over here. allowing me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And allowing me to do what I've done and be great at what I'm doing. You know, all thanks to him.
Sometimes we have to do what we're great at to succeed.
I mean,
Yep.
but you know, shout outs to him. Shout outs to Team Ice Cream for holding it down, for having faith.
Faith first.
Yeah, and you know, shout outs to everybody that believes in me and believes in what the deck can do.
So 70-person tournament, one winner.
It was
This guy.
I believe 62 people.
Somewhere on there.
So you need a bigger stage.
I wish. I mean, I'm hoping and praying that when you guys see this video, the next video I make is me winning YCS South Carolina. But
If that happens, bro,
I have
it's
to.
over.
I have to see exactly cause not that I don't have confidence in the deck. I don't know how it's going to play out with the new support from Secret Challengers. Like, I want to say it's still going to be the same deck, but it's not. It's not. If anything, maybe the side deck will change, but like, if it stays Shaddoll artifacts, it's going to be tough. It's like, I'm going to have to really like work for it. Cause like, there's too much creative stuff coming out for the deck. Like, I don't know how it's going to work against Constellar Diamond. I don't know how it's going to apply once Dark Law becomes a card.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
I just don't know how it's gonna work. Like, what is it? Quilluffs are gonna start drawing more cards now because of their other normal type Quilluff monsters they get. I don't remember the name of it.
I don't know the names.
Like, it's just gonna be, there's gonna be a whole new scene. It's just gonna be a whole new scene.
They are not dead.
No. They're not. It's crazy how you pull up the top card and it's an artifact card. 44 card deck and he pulls off an artifact.
They are not dead.
I tried really hard. I put everything I had into making this deck as good as it can be, and I finally got the recipe. And I was like, why am I gonna stop playing it? Why?
Champions being made. Brought to you by me.
Brought to you by Team Ice Cream. Birthday cake.
That's right. The movement.
But like, you know, it's just.
With the mats in the back. Yes,
Welcome.
But again, congrats, Tito.
Thank you.
King of Kings.
I hope I
champ
can
of
do
champs.
a lot more. Like, I'm not trying to stop here. I'm trying to take it as far as I can possibly take it. But you know, you can only go as far as your support system, and my support system
is right next to you.
It includes Prince Shadow over here, the best in the world. Shout out to Victor Santana for having faith in the young one. Shout outs to John Reyes. Shout outs to Phil Miranda, Lee Glosson, the rest of Team Ice Cream, Kyrie Anderson. Your man Joe Grizz for putting the video up on his channel.
I mean, this is helping me, bro.
Yeah.
This video,
It helps me too.
Helps you.
It helps me
Get
too.
become an established face, but it helps me because you're giving me good content.
I guess.
Great content. I gotta correct that. Great content. King of Kings here.
Next video. Me topping with raccoons.
Oh please.
If you top raccoons, bro, you getting the only video.
The next video would be you next to me with your raccoon as I hold the trophy. Yeah, he topped, but this does not have his name on it.
Assholes.
But
That's cool.
well,
The king got a,
we'll see what happens in the
his throne.
future. I'm not gonna like promise you guys anything because I'm just a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Like
Don't
luck.
say Aguero.
Luck. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go as far. When Hanse says something, he usually means it. I mean, except for California, but
He let me down.
he let a couple people down. But that's our national champion forever. Doesn't matter. It was in 2011. You are our national champion forever.
Facts.
So like I don't know if there's a couple more shout outs I want to give, like to Louis Lou from Swerve Night, to David Tavares from Swerve Night.
That's about it.
Can't really think of anybody else.
That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna say congrats again.
Thank you.
Get you a crown. Maybe somewhere in the video there will be some King of Kings sound references going on somewhere.
Time to play the game.
We'll see how it turns out. But again, congrats, Tito. Good shit. And it's your boy Joe Grizz signing out. Shout out to the King. Shout out to the Prince. And we out. Later, guys. Please stay connected with me by adding me on all my social networks on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just copy the link into your search bar and add. Thank you.